Okay, these are 10 simple tricks to help you make the woman that you want fall in love. Some of these are going to be things that you're going to implement over the cell phone. These are all things I do in my own personal dating life, and they work really well. So I don't have time to edit this super good today. We're going to just hop right in. So, number one, the first thing that works really well that you want to do if you are on a dating app is what you want to do is you want to open with hi wife with an exclamation mark, or you just want to put hi wife with like a blush emoji. Okay, so those are the two. You want to say hi wife and then you put a blush emoji. Now, why are you doing that? You're doing that because what you're trying to do is you're trying to role play husband and wife. So this is going to generate a way higher response rate because instead of trying to think about text messaging as if you have to try to fit some dynamic or fit some sort of frame to try to appear high value or higher value, whatever the case may be, what you have to know deep down is that like all of them deep down literally desire a husband. So if you can get her to role play husband and wife, it's really simple. So if you put hi wife, a lot of times she'll put like hi honey, or she'll put hey there. And then your next message is something like, you know, I'm working late at the office tonight, so I need you to get the kids from school today or from soccer practice today. Thank you so much, honey. And you send that. And instantly she's going to say, oh, yes, I can do that. Or, I'll make sure I have the nanny, get the kids. I've even seen some women, they'll text message back and they'll put, I'll make sure to have dinner ready too for when you get home since it's a long day at the office. All of this stuff works great. So that's number one. You want to role play husband and wife. This is going to actually make her feel something on like a deep down level that most guys can't do. Okay, so another thing that you want to do, number two, okay, the second simple trick to make her fall in love is you want to pick up on when they start to test you. Okay, so what women a lot of times will do to test you is if you say something or if you ask for something, like a lot of times, like if you say something along the lines of like, send me a cute picture of you for your contact profile. Like, let's say you're text messaging a girl and that's one thing that you'd send. A lot of them will do something like, oh, really? Question mark. Or they'll say like, oh, really, comma, you think you deserve that? Question mark. So instantly they try to use some attitude and they try to be sassy. Now, what you want to do is you want to demonstrate pre-selection. So in cases like this, and keep in mind, this is going to require some balls. Like this is going to require you to not have a fear of loss. Most guys are scared to lose the interaction or to have it go south. You can't let that be you. Okay, so you need to demonstrate pre-selection. What I've done is I'll go back in my text messages and I will screenshot a different woman who said that same thing because a lot of them do the exact same things and the exact same tactics. But what I'll actually do is I will go on my phone and I will circle like on your cell phone, it will let you draw. I will draw where the other girl said the same thing and she goes, oh, really? And I will send that to her and I'll go, oh my gosh, you all do this. Or I'll go, oh my God, why do you guys all do this? Okay, so you're demonstrating pre-selection. You're going to even notice a lot of times when they type the word hey, Hey, they will use like 5 Ys. You're just going to have to pick up on trends. You're going to have to notice when they keep doing something over and over. And what you have to understand is this. When you have the ability to have no fear of loss and you send her a message like that that says, oh my gosh, you all do this, you are demonstrating that you have competency. You are demonstrating that you are used to talking to women. You're actually demonstrating that you have enough skill to understand how to pass her tests to show that you have competency. So it's important that you do that. Don't be fearful of showing that you talk to somebody else. You have to understand a lot of them are talking to way more options than you are. So they do the same thing. So that's number two. Number three, one of the biggest things that you can do, especially if she views you as like a bad boy, or if she views you as the type of guy who maybe gets a lot of options or has, women in your life that you're seeing. Another thing that you can do is you can voice message or you can text message and you can say, I'm trying to be better. It's so hard. Like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to be better. It's so hard. Like, you don't get it though. Okay, that's maybe a voice message that I would send. The reason why you want to do that is because it does 3 things. If you say I'm trying to be better, it implies that there's something about you that needs to be fixed or that needs to improve. Okay, so women a lot of times have this like imagery or mental fantasy of like changing their man. Women also oftentimes will cater towards like bad boys. So if you say like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to be better, it's so hard, but I don't expect you to get it. You probably don't understand. And you send that as a voice memo. And notice how even my vocal tone, it's very nonchalant. If you send that, you have to understand what that does in her psychology or in her brain. She's sitting there going, why is he like this? I need to help him. I need to use my feminine nurturing spirit to change him, to make him better. Women don't want perfect men. This is what you have to understand. They don't want perfect men. They fall in love with men who seem to be rough around the edges, men who appear broken, men who appear like they don't really care. As I've gotten older, I've learned this to like even leave my room really sloppy. Like I never make my bed. A lot of times I'll leave dirty clothes all over. If she comes over, I make sure that there's like dirty dishes. And then when she says like, "Oh my gosh, why are your dishes so dirty?" I'll just be like, "Oh, I've been like so stressed and so tired. Can you help me do these quick? Let's do them together. I'll help you." And now all of a sudden she's helping you. So now it's like she's doing them and she's helping you around the house or she's doing things. And now she instantly feels feminine. And now she's like, oh my gosh, this man's probably like my husband. Like I'm doing stuff with him. I'm doing stuff for him. I really like him. So guys, just remember like these are like really elite level strategies. These are elite level methods because this has taken me so long to learn. So that's number 3. You say I'm trying to be better. It's so hard. Number 4, if she text messages you, you're going to just not respond for like 3 days. And you're going to say, oh my God, I totally spaced on this. Oh my God, totally forgot to reply, totally spaced on this. Send. And then you instantly send a second message and you go, been such a long week, send. So now she has 2 of them back to back. And then what I do sometimes too is like, I'll take like a selfie with like a cool background or like I'm doing something or with friends, and then you just send her that because it's very hard for a woman to not reply to you if you're demonstrating pre-selection and you're demonstrating social proof. So if you say, been such a crazy weekend, I totally forgot to reply to this. It looks like you have stuff going on. It looks like you have friends. It looks like you have things that are of higher priority than that message. And then on top of that, now when you take a selfie or you take a picture of yourself and there's like environment going on or like you're with a friend or you're with somebody or you're at dinner, it looks like you're doing something. Now it's a life she wants to be part of. So don't reply to every message. Sometimes take 3-4 days. Let that time build and have patience. Does wonders. Okay, so the 5th thing that you can do if she is being sassy or if she is being rude on like a text message, because that's what you have to understand. A lot of times women will have different sorts of emotions through the day and their mood will change and fluctuate. And a lot of times they are going to test your interest level. So guys, it doesn't matter who you are. On paper, most guys would consider me somewhat high value. I still run into all these same things that you do too. Okay, I run into the same things. It never goes away. You can make as much money in the world as you want. These tests are not going to go away. So you have to constantly pass them. If she has like a sassy attitude or she's texting you kind of rude or something like that, there's a few things I will text message back. I'll wait 5-10 minutes and I'll put typical and I'll just one word answer it. Typical ... Or I'll put typical girl reply, all the same. Okay, because that's what you have to understand too. A woman wants to feel special. Okay, that's how she feels like she has a connection with a man. She wants to be viewed differently because she wants him to emotionally invest into her. So she wants to feel special. So when you say typical or typical girl reply ... she sees that you see what's going on and she sees that you're not afraid to, text message something edgy back. This is very good. So that's the first thing that I do. The second thing that I'll do sometimes is I'll just literally put whatever or I don't care. Whatever ... I don't care. Or just I don't care. These are good too. Another thing, this works really well too. The third thing that I'll type if they give a sassy attitude on text message is I'll put OMG for oh my God. I put you're always like this. Okay, but it's not like you're like YOUR, it's just you are. OMG, you're always like this. Because here's what happens. Even if you don't know her very well, okay, just stick with me here. Even if you don't know the woman very well, even if you've only been talking to her for a couple days, she wants to feel like she has a connection with a guy. And who do women argue with? Women argue with their boyfriends. So as soon as you start to argue, and as soon as you argue back with her, she now feels a stronger emotional connection. Okay? Women argue with their boyfriends. Women argue with their husbands. So when you say things like that, whatever, typical, send, you're always like this, send, I can't with you anymore, send, just little stuff like that. Those types of things that create tension makes her fall in love because now she feels as if she has a potential boyfriend. Okay? That's what she wants. She wants someone to verbally go back and forth with. So you might be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, she's giving me an attitude. That means we don't like each other. Could not be further from the truth. When you do that, watch her attraction go up. And now she wants to talk to you more. Now she wants to figure you out. Now she wants to wonder, why is he willing to do these things? Because as you have to understand is to a woman, a relationship is not just love. A relationship is every emotional high and low and up and down possible because she wants to feel something. So you have to engage her emotions. And that includes, okay, you got to think of it this way. Are you in a good mood every day? The answer is probably no. Neither is she. So people are in different moods. There's highs and lows, and she wants to feel a wide array of emotions. So this is very important to send those things. That's number 5. Number 6, okay, if things are getting stale, like you guys are going back and forth on text message, or it's been a couple days since you guys have seen each other or something like that, I will send a text message that says, we need an argument because I'm super bored. Send. Yeah. This is good shit. Guys don't say stuff like that. So if you say, I need to argue, I'm bored, she feels like she has someone to talk to besides just a guy in her inbox. So you have to understand what I'm teaching you guys how to do is get her to look at you and say, he is my boyfriend. This is a man that I want. Because let's be real, a lot of guys out there who like to use these high value tactics or whatever the case may be, most men are not naturally born 7 foot tall and almost pre-selected or pre-selected by every woman. So what do you have to do? You have to find ways and strategies to understand how you can get a female's emotions to work in your favor. So that's what I do. Why? Because once again, women like to argue with their boyfriends and their husbands. Now, contrary to popular belief, this does not decrease attraction. This increases it. Okay? That emotional tension is where she grows feelings towards you. So, number 7, okay, this is mainly for if you're in a relationship or if you guys are like dating consistently or seeing each other. Like, you can say these things. If you've probably seen the girl like between 5 to 10 times, you can start to introduce stuff like this. If you guys are in a relationship or you guys are dating and frequently seeing each other, she's like, oh my gosh, let's go out tonight. Or, oh my gosh, I want to go out. We need drinks. You can look at her and you can be like, we're not drinking tonight. And then she's going to say, oh my gosh, why? How come? And you look at her and you say, because God wouldn't like that. And that's not good. Okay, so even notice the way I say it. And that's not good. So when you do that, now you're the father figure. Now you're the leader. Okay, she feels now like she has a man leading her. And you might be sitting there thinking that that's going to make you look like you're not cool. Couldn't be further from the truth. Women get turned on when a man tells them no. So when you do that, now you're put into like the father figure category, or now you're put into like the potential husband, and now her desire increases again. Okay, number 8. This one is important. If you guys get like a ride somewhere, okay, the driver, if you guys are on a date, the driver a lot of times obviously has GPS because they are taking you to their location. But another thing that you can do is you can actually turn on your navigation, and even though you're sitting there in the passenger seat trusting that person to drive you to the date location, you are actually navigating it too, or you actually have GPS pulled up and you are looking at your cell phone, making sure that every single turn and every single road that you guys go down is the correct one and is the proper one. And when she looks at you and says, why are you doing that? Instantly, you now know that you're demonstrating elements of safety. You show that you're safe and that you're aware of your surroundings. You can look at her and you can say, just to be safe, or I don't trust people, so I'm making sure that we get to where we need to be. And instantly her desire is going to increase because now she sees that you're aware, you're competent, you're aware of your surroundings, you see what's going on, you're demonstrating that masculine protector instinct that she's looking for in a man. Number 9 is buy an abundance of food with no expectation. So this one's huge. Okay, if I say to a woman, hey, come over and we're going to hop in my truck and we're going to go down to the grocery store and get some ice cream together. Okay, all we need is one ice cream to share, or maybe two. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy an abundance with no expectation, because women like to see food, calories, resources. Women like to see potential, earning potential. It's just little stuff like that. Okay, so if you go into a grocery store, even if you guys only need 2 pints of ice cream, you are going to buy 5 or 6 pints of ice cream. And then she goes, why are you doing that? Why are you buying all those ice creams? And then you're going to be like, because I like options. Okay, so you appear royal. You appear like you have taste in different things. It's the little things like that. You carry yourself in a different manner, and you show that you don't really care if you spend an extra $25 on ice cream. Like, it's little stuff like that that they like to see. And then number 10, if you have social media, your story pictures, okay, like when you take pictures for your stories, it's best if they are candid photos and somebody else takes them of you. So if you're with like a friend, just tell your friend, hey, grab a few photos of me when I'm just like eating or something. So that way it doesn't look like you're trying too hard to capture the moment. It looks like it just happened. And I go even deeper into all of this stuff inside of the language of women. So inside of my new movement, inside of my new community, this year I just made the language of women, which is a step-by-step process for you to master attraction when it comes to first meeting the woman, how to have really good first few dates, and then how to make sure that you have the right frame throughout the entire relationship if you guys start to date. And that's included in that. And it's amazing because I see these guys every single week making improvements. I mean, we now are over like 340 members we just crossed. It's really been growing fast, and I've just seen all of these guys come together and start talking every day and actually gaining some confidence within themselves on a level that I have not seen before. We have a full network of guys, and I've been growing something amazing, and I just think you should check it out. So if you want to see some of these more like advanced strategies that I just talked about today, taken at an even deeper level, you're going to want to check out what I made for you. We will see you in the next video.